Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're good. Here we go then with the weekly reading. So this is where I'm going to pull 7 cards to represent the 7 days ahead, and we're going to see what is going on. I always extend this reading on my YouTube, so you can search Microblonde Tarot over on YouTube, or the links are all in my bio for private readings, my tarot decks, whatever you need, okay? Let's have a little look what this week has in store. Oops. Okay, interesting. So we open with the Ace of Swords. So the aces in tarot represent something new. The swords are what we're thinking of. It's clarity, it's truth with the Ace of Swords. So it could be that you feel much clearer about something at the beginning of the week. You've got clarity, you've got ideas. Sometimes it does represent opportunities, and the swords can also represent what you're thinking about communicating as well. So it could be an incoming conversation, it could be that you feel clear about the direction that you want to go in, but it's clarity, it's truth, and it's clear thinking. So yeah, that is what we get at the beginning of the week, followed by the Queen of Wands. I have a feeling Queen of Wands came out last week, maybe around the middle of the week. This is a very vibrant energy. The Queen of Wands represents confidence, creativity. It's a message about not dimming your light, or not trying to kind of keep yourself small because of other people or because of fear or anything like that. The Queen of Wands is a very strong Leo energy. We are obviously now in Leo season. It could be that you're also feeling very magnetic at that time. You could be feeling very good about yourself. Maybe you feel like you've come through something, you're out the other side, your energy is much more uplifted, much more positive. But it's like you've got everything in the palm of your hand, or everybody in the palm of your hand, because it is a very magnetic energy. So you're likely to be drawing people towards you, opportunities towards you, positive energy towards you. Just make sure that you're also giving yourself a bit of time, because it could be that you find a lot of people wanting to be around you, and obviously that can be very draining. All right, day 3, we get a second ace. It's interesting that we got 2 aces in the first half of this week. The Ace of Wands is also new possibilities, but the Ace of Wands is like passion. It can be third eye activation, creativity, communication, similar to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is more about clear thinking and having your thoughts in order and having clarity. The Ace of Wands is a bit more of an action energy. The Swords is about thought processes. The Wands are about action and doing. So it could be that there's something that you want to take action on. You've got an idea that's been at the back of your mind for a long time, a business idea, a creative idea, something that you feel very passionately about, that you decide by the middle of the week, yes, I'm going to take action on this. And it could be interlinked. It could be that you get this sort of clear thinking about it, and then by the middle of the week, you're ready to actually act on it, talk about it, that kind of thing. It's passion. Sometimes it's like passionate new connections. So when we clarify with the second deck, we'll see if it's to do with connections to do with people, because it can be like passionate new attractions, new beginnings, things like that, to do with love as well. Okay, day 4. Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords is quite different to Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is quite a vibrant, confident, outgoing energy. Queen of Swords is a little bit more sitting back and thinking and planning. So it's interesting that you've got Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords, and then you've got Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands, because there's a lot of duality going on here. Queen of Swords is logical. She can sometimes be read as cold or detached or harsh with her words, but sometimes this is a message that you just need to speak directly about something, or you know, you are planning something and you're not quite ready to share that yet. She does have down here, there is a cup, there is emotion, but it's about not bringing emotion into something. That is more towards like Thursday, Friday of the week. So it's more about not bringing emotion into something, but thinking logically or planning logically about whatever you've got going on. Then we've got day 5, the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is about moving forward. Here there are choppy waters, but as the boat moves forwards, it becomes calmer, it becomes more settled. So it could be for some of you that there is an actual move, because sometimes for me as a reader, the 6 of Swords represents an actual physical move, relocation. It can even represent overseas travel or relocating overseas. But in its most basic sense, it's moving on, leaving something behind that is chaotic or kind of choppy, and moving towards something that's calmer and more settled. So that can also be you making a decision to do that, to come away from people, places or situations that you feel are always kind of bringing you turmoil or leaving you feeling unsettled. And then we get day 6. The 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is very persistent energy. It's one of those energies that's saying you're almost there, you're almost at the finish line. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. If you've been fighting a battle, if you've been trying to achieve something, if you've been hoping to get somewhere, don't give up now. It's a very persistent energy. It is saying that, you know, it's not the time to give up. It's the time to keep pushing. It can also be taken as a card around setting boundaries. She's behind the fence there, so sometimes it can be about setting boundaries. There's quite a lot of, it's mostly swords and wands, right? Yeah, it's all swords and wands with one major arcana to close, which is the moon. The moon is about emotions. It's also about revelations. For me, it's more about revelations. It's usually something coming to light. It's usually things which maybe you were unaware of being revealed to you. Sometimes it is about people's emotions. Somebody reveals how they feel towards you, how they feel about something, how they've been feeling. Sometimes it can be that you feel that you're drowning in your own emotions, but, you know, after whatever this is that becomes clear, that is revealed, you feel better. You know, sometimes it's about having to be the one to get the emotions off of your chest. So, yeah, revelations, things coming to light, wands and swords. So lots of thought and planning followed by action to put yourself in a position where you can pursue your dreams, really, and you can pursue what's been it's almost like what you haven't had the energy for. Now you're feeling like you are inspired. Now you're feeling like you do have a new burst of life, a new burst of energy to actually move forward with something, where previously maybe you just didn't have the energy or the clarity that you needed. So I am going to clarify using a second deck and some Lenormand cards. If you can stick around, please do. If not, I'll see you soon. Okay, let's clarify the week then, starting with the Ace of Swords. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is the Light Seers Tarot. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity and truth, and no longer sort of going around in circles. So if you feel like you've been going around in circles in your own mind about something, it's like that stops. That stops. You're not ruminating anymore. You don't need to. What is this linked to? Ace of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Swords. What are the chances? I mean, there's 78, is it? 78 cards in each deck. And you've got Ace of Swords twice at the beginning of the week. Maybe it's someone that's going to express a truth to you. Maybe it's time for you to express a truth and make a decision. Because when the swords are upright, it's almost like thinking. And then when they come down, it's like a decision made. So at the moment, at the beginning of the week, maybe it's thinking, but the clarity arrives. It is about truth, though. It is about acknowledging some kind of truth, or somebody acknowledging some kind of truth to you. You've got the star here. So this is hope, wish fulfillment, healing. The Eight of Cups, coming away from something. I'm sure this is how we ended last week. I'm sure this was out last week about coming away from things that are not working for you. So maybe this is actually following on from last week also. Yeah, and taking action. There's so many swords this week. Taking action with truth, with clarity, to come away from something. And also it can be about working on healing yourself, healing a situation, because of the star. But the star follows the tower, right, in the order of the tarot. So it could be that you've been going through a real chaotic time, very stressful time, and now things just feel different, feel clearer. Once you're honest with yourself, or once you get honesty from someone else. The Fool clarifies the Queen of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. The Fool is about taking chances, taking leaps, okay, putting yourself on a new path or a new adventure. It is the first card in the tarot. And it's almost, again, here with the Four of Cups, what you've been receiving has been not good enough, or not fulfilling enough, or the choices you've been making perhaps have not been making you happy. And so now it's time to take this action, this leap, this chance in a new direction. The Ten of Pentacles can be about home and family. It can be that you've invested a lot of time and energy into something. So for example, you may have been at the same job for 10 years and now it's time to make a change, even though a lot of people might think that's silly or not a safe option. It's not time to be safe anymore. It's almost like you've done that, you've been there. The same if this is like a relationship or a family situation. You've invested many years, I would imagine, with the Ten of Pentacles, but now it's time for something new, because whatever you've been investing in is just not making you happy anymore. Okay, day 3, the Ace of Wands. Passion, inspiration, action, communication. What have we got here with the Ace of Wands? Two of Swords. So many swords this week. High Priestess, Ten of Swords. It's like if you're confused about something, if you're confused about whether you should do something, the answer is yes. That's what I want to say with this. The Ten of Swords is endings, okay? Endings that you might be struggling to make, as we said about day 2. But you've already invested as much as you possibly can into something or someone. And now it's time to end it. It's the end of the road. It's the end of a cycle, because then this can come in. Something you feel more excited about, more passionate about, more inspired by. And you know this, the High Priestess, you're being given signs, you're being given guidance, but it's almost like you've got your blindfold on. You need to take the blindfold off and trust your intuition and trust the signs that you've been getting, that now is time to end something and put yourself on a new path. King of Pentacles. There is support there. There is support there around you. For some of you, and this is only going to be for a couple of you, for some of you this could be a problematic situation with a father or a father figure or an important male energy in your life. Maybe it's time to cut that off because that's not serving you, or that's not, you know, healthy in some way. Okay, day 4, Queen of Swords. So many swords this week, all up in your head. All up in your head. How, what are the chances? Queen of Swords clarified by Queen of Swords. We had Ace of Swords clarified by Ace of Swords. This is mad. 7 of Wands. Needing to defend yourself or to isolate yourself in some way to protect your energy. So it could feel that you are under attack in some way, okay? It could feel that there's a lot of incoming judgment, a lot of incoming noise, gossip, talk. Yeah, it's sort of saying that you need to pull back from that. Look, we get another ace. We get another ace. It's time to just protect your energy. Look, even here, pulling back, holding on to all those coins, protecting your own stability, protecting your own energy. For some of you, this is going to be a financial offer coming in. And there's going to have been some sort of uproar about it. So, for example, you know, if it was like a family inheritance, there's been some kind of uproar or chaos about it. If it's a promotion at work, it's almost like you've had to fight for it and other people might be jealous of that or not happy about it. But whatever it is, it's good for you and it's coming your way and you should accept it with 2 hands. But with that Queen of Swords and that 7 of Wands, it's very much don't speak. Just keep yourself to yourself. You don't need to speak. You know what's going on. You know what is right. You don't need to get into the back and forth. You just need to look after yourself at that point. Okay. Day 5, the 6 of Swords. Moving on from choppy waters. Exactly that. Moving on from this chaos, whatever this is. Arguments, problems, friction. Moving forward from that to the sun. To happiness, to freedom. So whether that's leaving a job behind or leaving this situation behind, you're moving towards success. The 6 of Wands is a huge card of success and victory. So for some of you, there really has been an ongoing battle. There really has been not only like an actual battle, like fighting for your rights or fighting for promotion or whatever it is, but actually a mental battle. And by the time we get to sort of the end of the week, you're free. You're free of it. You know, you're finally free. The Chariot, you can run. There's such a sense of freedom here. So maybe some of you leave that job. Maybe some of you do move home. Maybe some of you are finalising a separation, a divorce, a sale of a property, something like that. It's like you're home and free. Okay, day 6, the 9 of Wands. It's interesting with that because the 9 of Wands is about persistence and like nearly at the finish line. the Nine of Wands, the Empress, okay, the Eight of Swords, Hierophant. So lessons learned, painful lessons that have been learned. This isn't happening on this day, but this has happened over the last couple of months. But now it's almost like that clarity is here, those lessons have been learned, you know what you want, and you are in this Empress energy, which is the divine feminine. It's in the natural state of flow. It's not fighting, it's not forcing, it's not pushing forward. So when we're saying that Nine of Wands, I actually think that's about continuing with boundaries, and actually prioritizing yourself. There's a big transition energy kind of here. All right, the Moon. Whoop, what is the Moon about to reveal? I'm just going to grab that and see what that card is. Okay, the Death card. It's funny that I just said there's a big transition energy here and we get the Death card. Obviously, this is not a physical death, but it is an old version of you. And with the Moon here, it could be a revelation that, you know, a cycle has come to an end. Sometimes it can even be a cycle beginning. We get an Ace here. All the aces out this week. All the aces. The Ace of Cups, again, it's about filling up your own cup, your own happiness, your own emotions. Sometimes, for some of you, this can be reconciliation, because we do get the Ten of Cups here. The Ace builds to the 10. The Death card can be a rebirth, a new beginning. And the Moon could be revelation. So for some of you, this could be a new opportunity in love or romance, a new beginning, somebody revealing, you know, that they've never stopped thinking about you, that they still have some sort of emotions towards you. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. This has been a long time coming. If it is this, the Knight of Pentacles is very slow and cautious energy. And then on the bottom, we've got the World. Again, it can be cycles. Overall, this week is really an energy of kind of out with the old and in with the new, and actually seeing that you've come out of the other side of a tower. We don't have the tower here, but I can't help but feel there has been a tower, a big change in your life, something where it feels like everything's been turned upside down for quite a while, for a couple of months. And this week almost feels like the end of that, like a turning point. The word freedom is very, very important for this week. Freedom. I'm just going to pull a few Lenormand and see what the Lenormand wants to add. The Woman. Can't show that one because that video will get taken down. The Woman and the Key. So you have the key to your own happiness. We've got loyalty and friendship playing a part here. And also the Fish is an interesting one, because the Fish is about moving forward, swimming forward, but it's also about wealth. There's definitely something around day 4 and 5 where there's like wealth, or something where you are financially rewarded, or you know, money coming back to you that you've been waiting for, or something like that. The Stars, we've got the Stars twice as well. Things aligning. This week is definitely a week of alignment after a rough period of time. This week it's like the energy completely changes, but for some reason I just want to keep saying the word freedom, and it's almost like the weight is finally lifted off your shoulders. So I hope it helps. Let me know.